Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening to all of you. So we were left with one question, right, in the continuity and differentiability. We will solve
Yes, ma'am.
on to applications of derivatives. Okay. So the question number 79 in this. So this was a question in the year 2020. Look at the question. If y equals 2x to the power of n plus 1 plus 3 by x to the power of n, this is the y given, then you have to find out x square into d square y by dx square. So what you have to do here is, first you have to differentiate y once, then differentiate it again. You have to find out the second order derivative, and then you have to multiply the second order derivative by x square. So the options given are is n into n plus 1 into y. Option B, x into dy by dx plus y. Option C is y. And option D is 6n into n plus 1 into y. Okay. So first, let us find out what is dy by dx here. So this is our y. Now 2 is a constant, x to the power of n plus 1. So this is of the form x to the power of n, right? What is d by dx of x to the power of n? What is this? This will be n into x to the power of n minus 1, right? So we have x to the power of n plus 1 here. So we will have n plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1 minus 1. That will give us x to the power of n here plus 3 into 1 by x to the power of n. That means this will take the form x to the power of minus n. So the differentiation of this will be minus n into x to the power of minus n minus 1, or this can be written as minus n divided by x to the power of n plus 1. So here what we get is minus 3n divided by x to the power of n plus 1. This is dy by dx. But what we want is d square y by dx square. Let us differentiate this again. So d square y by dx square will be 2 into n plus 1 is a constant now. And differentiation of x to the power of n will be n into x to the power of n minus 1. So here minus 3n is a constant. Here we have x to the power of minus n plus 1. So we have to find out d by dx of this. So what will be the differentiation of this? It will be minus n plus 1 x to the power of minus n plus 1. I'll write it here. So this will be x to the power of minus n plus 1, x to the power of minus n minus 1, a minus 1. Okay, so this is nothing but minus n plus 1 divided by x to the power of n plus 2. So here this will be minus of minus, right? So this will become minus 3n into n plus 1. Sorry, this is minus of minus now. This will be plus 3n into n plus 1 divided by x to the power of n plus 2. Okay. Now we need x square into d square y by dx square. That is, let us multiply x square throughout. So what happens here? This will be 2n into n plus 1 into x to the power of n minus 1 into x square can be written as x to the power of n minus 1 plus 2, isn't it? Can we write it like this? See here, x to the power of n minus 1 into x square. Since the base are same, we can add the powers, right? So this will be x to the power of n minus 1 plus 2. So that is what I have written here. Plus 3n into n plus 1 into x square divided by, I will write it as x to the power of n into x square. So what happens to the power here? This will be n minus 1 plus 2. This is nothing but n plus 1. So this term will be x to the power of n plus 1. And here x square and x square cancels out to give us x to the power of n in the denominator. So here x square into d square y by dx square will be equal to 2n into n plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1 plus 3n into n plus 1 divided by x to the power of n. See here, n into x to the power of n into n to the n plus 1 is common term in both of these things. We can take it outside. What is left out here is 2 into x to the power of n plus 1 plus 3 by x to the power of n. So what is this? Isn't it the y given? Y alva adu? Namge y anta yen kottidare ade alva kottiradu. 2x to the power of n plus 1 plus 3 by x to the power of n. This is y. Okay, so x square into d square y by dx square is equal to n into n plus 1 into y. So this was your option A, right? So the right answer is option A. Right? Understood? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, so we'll move to the next topic, that is application of derivatives. So can anybody tell me what is a derivative? What is a derivative? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ ಡಿರೈವೇಟಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? ಏನ್ರಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್? ಯು ಆರ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿರೈವೇಟಿವ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡಿರೈವೇಟಿವ್? So derivative is the rate of change of one quantity with respect to the other. Adanna alva bariyad ನಾವು dx by dy or dy by dx or ಏನದು with respect to y, how x is changing. Whenever y changes, what is the change in x? That one we are going to find out here. It is the rate of change at which one quantity changes with respect to the other. That is the meaning of derivative. Also, derivative can be told as the slope at a point on a curve. So if we consider some curve, if I draw a tangent at this point, What is the slope of this tangent? That is given by the derivative, right? So if f of x is the function, then the derivative will be represented by f dash of x. Now let us see where all these derivatives can be used. What are the application of these derivative? Okay, mainly derivatives will be used to find the rate of change of a quantity. It ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? How quantity changes with respect to other quantity, ಅದನ್ನ find out ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we make use of derivatives. So usually this is represented by dy by dx, which is f dash of x, where y is f of x. Okay, so derivatives is also used to find out the tangent and normal to the curve. To find tangent and normal to the curve at a particular point. Tangent andre ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. What is normal to the curve? What is normal to the curve?
Tangent.
Tangent andre ನಾನು ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? At some particular point, tangent actually represents the slope of the curve at that point. So what is normal? So this is the tangent to the curve. What is normal then?
Curve.
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? At this point I want to draw a normal to the curve andre, how do you draw the normal to the curve here? What angle actually normal makes with the tangent?
Perpendicular.
Yes, normal to the curve will be the perpendicular to the tangent at that particular point. So this will be the normal to the curve. Okay. So if this is the point x1 comma y1, then you will have the equation of tangent like this. That is y minus y1 will be equal to f dash of this x1 into x minus x1. This will be the equation of the tangent to the curve at this point x1 comma y1. Okay, so you know normal is perpendicular to the tangent, so that here if we replace it by minus 1 by f of x1, because when m1 is the slope of the tangent and m2 is the slope of the normal, since they are perpendicular to each other, the product of this m1 and m2 will be equal to what? It will be equal to, you know, they both are perpendicular to each other. The slope of the tangent into slope of the normal will be equal to -1, because tangent and normal are perpendicular to each other. So if this is the equation of the tangent, then the equation of the normal will be y minus y1 equals -1 by this f dash of x1 into x minus x1. So this will be the equation of the normal to the curve. So this is one of the application, another application of derivative. Okay, we can also make use of derivatives in order to find the interval in which the function is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. We can find out the interval. we can find out the interval in which a function is increasing or decreasing. In which a function is either increasing or decreasing. Okay. How do you say that the function is increasing in a particular interval? If f dash of x is greater than 0, then the function will be increasing. If f dash of x is less than 0, then function will be decreasing, and if f dash of x is equal to 0, then in that interval the function will be constant. Okay. So when you are asked to find out the interval in which the function is increasing or decreasing, you have to make use of these conditions. Okay. F dash of x greater than 0, increasing ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. f dash of x greater than 0 ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ function increasing ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Whether the function is decreasing or not, if you have to find out that, you have to make use of this condition, that is f dash of x less than 0. Okay. So this is another application of derivative. Now, you can also make use of this derivative in order to find out the turning point of a curve, and hence you can find out the maximum and minimum values of the curve. Have you heard the word maxima, minima? Kelidira?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how do you find out the stationary points of the curve? What is the condition for getting the stationary points? dy by dx is equal to 0 alva. dy by dx is equal to 0 anta equate ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, what are all the points you get? Those are called as the stationary points. Okay. At that stationary point, whether the function will be maxima or minima, you can find it out using the second derivative test. What is that second derivative test? Gotta? ಏನ್ರಿ second derivative test ಅಂದ್ರೆ?
d2y by dx2.
d square y by dx square find out ಮಾಡಿ. If it is greater than 0, if it is positive, then what if it is positive?
Greater than 0.
Greater than 0 ಮಾ ಹೌದು. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಾ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಮಿನಿಮಾ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? If the second derivative is greater than 0, then y will be minimum at that stationary point. If d square y by dx square is less than 0, then the function will be maximum at that stationary point. So innenಕ್ಕೆ use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ to find maxima and minima, or to find out the stationary point, we make use of derivatives. And there is another application where derivatives can be made use in order to find out the approximate values of a quantity. Okay, you can find out the approximate values. So ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ x ಇದೆ, x ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ there is something. ಸೊ x ನ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ x ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ x ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಏನಾಯ್ತು, x plus delta x is approximately equal to x itself. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ delta x is a very small change. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ y ಏನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ y ನ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, that delta y is nothing but our y itself, because delta y is also a small change. So we can approximate the values with the help of the derivatives. Okay, these are all some of the application of derivatives, and most of the questions are almost based on these things. So slope of the tangent, tangent equation, normal equation, rate of change, idra melena jasti questions iradu. So we will see the MCQs now. Okay. So look at the question number 32. So here it is given that if x is equal to ct and y is equal to c by t, then find dy by dx at t is equal to 2. You have to find out dy by dx at t is equal to 2. So clearly here x and y are functions of t. So what you have to do, you have to first find out dx by dt, then you have to find out dy by dt. Using those two, you have to find out dy by dx, and then whatever the dy by dx you get, in that you have to put t is equal to 2. That will give you the value of dy by dx at t is equal to 2. Okay, the options given here are option A is 4, option B is 0, option C is 1 by 4, and option D is minus 1 by 4. Okay, so this is quite easy. You can solve it easily. So look at x. X is ct. So dx by dt will be c, because c is a constant and t is a variable. Here we are differentiating x with respect to t. So differentiation of t with respect to t will be equal to 1. So this is our dx by dt. So dy by dt. Okay. So here it is c into 1 by t. C is a constant and differentiation of 1 by t is minus 1 by t square. So dy by dt will be minus c by t square. Now we want dy by dx. For that, dy by dx is nothing but dy by dt divided by dx by dt. Okay, so we have dy by dt as minus c by t square divided by c. So dy by dx is, what is dy by dx? This will be
minus c square by t square.
c square barata. Nodi reciprocal togoli. This is c by 1 alva. So this is minus c by t square into 1 by c. Idu denominator alli iradu namge c. So c by 1 irutte. Adanna melgade reciprocal tagondaga it will become 1 by c. C and c gets cancelled to give us minus 1 by t square. Okay, so minus 1 by t square is dy by dx. But we want dy by dx at t is equal to 2. Okay, so we have to substitute t is equal to 2 in minus 1 by t square. So enagutte minus 1 by 2 square aitu, which is nothing but minus 1 by 4. This is the value of dy by dx at t is equal to 2. Okay, so option D is the right answer here. Okay. Look at the next question. A balloon which always remains spherical is being inflated by pumping 10 cubic centimeters of gas per second. So in matidare balloon which is spherical, which always remains spherical. Gali ududru hengiruttado spherical age irutte. So in matidare it's being inflated by pumping 10 cubic centimeters of gas per second. Okay, you have to find out the rate at which the radius of balloon is increasing. You have to find out the rate at which the radius is increasing. Rate at which means you have to differentiate with respect to t, and you are finding the rate at which the radius of the balloon is increasing. That is, you are supposed to find out dr by dt. dr by dt ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೀವು find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Given that radius of the balloon is 15 centimeter, so dr by dt at r is equal to 15 centimeters you have to find out. Okay, so ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? The volume of the spherical balloon is being increased by 10 cubic centimeters per second, and you have to find out the rate at which the radius is increasing given r is equal to 15 centimeters. Okay, question artha aita? Question artha aita? Question artha ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾದಂಗೆ. So options given are 1 by 95 centimeters per second, 1 by pi centimeter per second. Option C is 1 by 90 pi centimeter per second. Option D is 1 by 30 pi centimeter per second. So these are the options given. Okay. So here, look at this. The volume is being increased by 10 cubic centimeter per second. So, ಏನಿದ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ dv by dt provide ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಏನಂತ? This is dv by dt is 10 ಅಂತ. So, using this, you have to find out the rate of change of radius. Okay. So, we have dv by dt. Alva, dv by dt ನಮ್ಗೆ 10 ಅಂತಿದೆ. So what is the volume of a sphere ಅಂತ find out ಮಾಡಿ in terms of r. If we substitute here, we will get dr by dt. Okay, can anybody tell me what is the volume of a sphere?
4 by 3
4
pi
by
r cube.
4 by 3 pi r cube. Good. 4 by 3 pi r cube is the volume of the sphere. So dv by dt 10 is there. In place of v, let us substitute this 4 by 3 pi r cube, which is equal to 10. Now 4 by 3 pi is a constant. Let us take it outside. We want to find out the differentiation of r cube with respect to t, which will be equal to 10. Let us differentiate d by dt of r cube. So this is 4 by 3 pi. D by dt of r cube will be 3r square into dr by dt, right? Because r is not a function of t. So this will be dr by dt. This is equal to 10. Okay, here 3 and 3 gets cancelled, and we have 4 by r square. Dr by dt is equal to 10 of dr by dt is equal to 10 by 4 pi r square. So dr by dt siktu namge. This is what we were supposed to find out. We got what is dr by dt, but we have to find out dr by dt when r is equal to 15 centimeters, right? So dr by dt is equal to, when r is equal to 15, this will be 10 by 4 pi 15 square. Okay. Now let us simplify this. This will be 2 5s are 2 2s are 5 1s are 5 3s are. So in the numerator we have 1. In the denominator we have 2 into 3 into 15 into 5. That will be equal to 90 pi centimeter per second. So this is dr by dt at r is equal to 15 centimeters. That is 1 by 90 pi centimeter per second. Understood? Look at the next question. Two curves okay, there are two curves are given. One is x cube minus 3xy square plus 2 is equal to 0. This is one curve, and 3x square y minus y cube is equal to 2 is another curve. We have to tell that whether these two curves cut at right angles, whether these two curves cut at angle pi by 4. Option C is they just touch each other. Option D is they cut at angle pi by 3. Okay, we have to say what is the angle between the two curves. Okay, so can anybody tell me how we are going to find out the angle between two curves? What is the angle between two curves? How do you find out the angle between two curves? First, you have to find out the slope of the two curves. Then you have to make use of theta is equal to tan inverse of mod m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. That will give you the angle between two curves, right? So here, let us first find out the slope of both the curves. Okay, if they cut at right angles, then the product of the slope of the curves will be equal to -1. Otherwise, let us make use of the formula and find out what is the angle between them. Okay, so look at the solution. Let us consider the first equation. That is x cube minus 3xy square plus 2 is equal to 0. So for this, we have to find out dy by dx. Okay, let us differentiate this with respect to x here. So we'll differentiate this with respect to x. So the differentiation of this will be 3x square minus 3y square into dy by dx. Differentiation of constant will be equal to 0. RHS is 0. Sorry, this is 6. So we have product of functions here. Sorry. So this will be 3x square minus we have x into y square, right? So 3 is a constant. Differentiation of x is 1. Keep this y square as it is, plus this will be 2y into x into dy by dx, which is equal to 0. Now this will be 3x square minus 3y square minus 6xy into dy by dx, which is equal to 0, or dy by dx will be equal to 3y square minus 3x square divided by minus 6xy, or this is x square minus y square divided by 2xy. This is our M1, that is slope of the first equation, the slope of the tangent of the first equation. Now let us take the second equation. Second equation is 3x square y minus y cube is equal to 2. Okay, let us differentiate this with respect to x now. So if we differentiate with respect to x here, this will be equal to 3 is a constant. Here it is 2x into y plus x square into dy by dx minus 3y square into dy by dx is equal to 0. Okay, let us simplify this. This will be 6xy plus 3x square into dy by dx minus 3y square into dy by dx, which is equal to 0. Let us simplify this. So we can take 3 common out of these and we can simplify it to 2xy plus x square minus y square into dy by dx is equal to 0, or dy by dx will be equal to minus 2xy divided by x square minus y square. So this is our M2. Okay. Now, what was the M1 we had got? M1 is x square minus y square divided by 2xy. This was our M1 and this is our M2. By looking at this only, we can tell that M1 into M2 will be equal to minus 1, right? So this is M1. M2 is this one. If we multiply both of them, M1 into M2 will be minus 2xy divided by x square minus y square, which is into x square minus y square divided by 2xy. So here this and this term cancels, this and this term cancels to give us minus 1. So if the product of the slopes are equal to minus 1, then it is sure that the curves cut at right angles. So we can say that both the curves cut at right angles. Okay, understood? Shall we see the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Look at the next question. So it is given that if x is real, then the minimum value of x square minus 8x plus 17 is equal to 0 is. So there is no equal to 0. You have to find out the minimum value of this equation. Okay. So the options given are A is 2, option B is 4, option C is 1, and option D is 3. Okay. So how do you find out minimum value? Just now we discussed about that, right? First you have to equate dy by dx to 0. Then you will find the stationary point. Then you have to find out the second derivative. First time matira, you consider dy by dx, equate it to 0. You will find some stationary points. Suppose C. Okay, then you find out d square y by dx square. So if it is greater than 0, you will have minimum at x is equal to C. Okay. So this is the procedure how to find it. Okay. Since it is already asked for minimum value, and here the coefficient of x is greater than 0, we can make use of another formula. See, whenever a quadratic equation like this is given, ax square plus bx plus c, such an equation is given, and if a is greater than 0, if a is greater than 0, then the minimum will be given by 4ac minus b square divided by 4a. Okay, this is the shortcut formula. Make a note of it. Otherwise, you can follow this procedure. Okay, so if ax square plus bx plus c, if such a equation is given, quadratic equation, and if a is greater than 0, you have to check for a. If it is greater than 0, then minimum will be given by 4ac minus b square divided by 4a. Okay. Now, what you do is you follow this method. I will show this method. Let us check both the answers are same or not. Shall we? Madanma?
Yes, ma'am.
ನಾನು ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, so the given equation is x square minus 8x plus 17. So dy by dx of this is 2x minus 8. So if dy by dx is equal to 0, that is 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to 4. This is the stationary point. So d square y by dx square, here it will be 2, which is greater than 0. Therefore, the function will be minimum at x is equal to 4. So the minimum value will be, that is y minimum will be equal to 4 square minus 8 into 4 plus 17, that is 16 minus 32 plus 17, which is equal to 16 plus 17 is minus 1, 16 plus 17, this is 33. Minus 32, which is equal to 1. Okay, you followed this method. So I got y minimum as 1. So what is y minimum with this method?
1, ma'am.
1. See, look at both the things. Here also I got the minimum value as 1. Here also we got the minimum value as 1. Both the methods can be used. Okay, here you don't have to find out the stationary point, or you don't have to do the second derivative test. Directly you will get the minimum value. Okay. Shall we see the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
So next question, in this P is given to be the determinant of x 1 1 x, and Q is given to be the determinant of x 1 1 1 x 1 1 1 x. Okay, so this is a 3/3 determinant. Then you have to find dq by dx. What is the value of dq by dx? The options given are, option A is 1 minus 3p. That is, you have to find out dq by dx and put the value in terms of P. Okay, so A is 1 minus 3P, B is 3P, C is 3P plus 1, option D is minus 3P. Okay, since the both are determinants, let us find out, let us expand the determinant. Okay, so what is P then? X square minus 1. So this is the value of P. Now let us find out what is Q. Let us expand this. This will be X into X square minus 1 minus 1 into X minus 1 plus 1 into 1 minus X. Okay, so this is X cube minus X plus 1 minus X. Okay, this simplification will be X cube minus 3X plus 2. This is our Q. What we are supposed to find out is dq by dx. Okay, so let us differentiate this. Let us find out dq by dx. dq by dx will be 3x square minus 3. From this, we can take 3 common, 3 into x square minus 1. But what is this x square minus 1? This is our p. So, we can write it as 3 into p. That is dq by dx is 3p. Option B. Okay. So look at the question number 37. A curve is given and you have to find out the slope of the normal to the curve. The equation of the curve is given to be y is equal to x square minus 1 by x square, and you have to find out the slope of the normal at minus 1 comma 0. Okay, so the options are option A minus 1 by 4, option B minus 4, option C 1 by 4, and option D is 4. Okay, what you are supposed to find out here is slope of normal. So I told you that the slope of the tangent, the product of the slope of the tangent and the slope of the normal will be equal to minus 1 alva, because tangent and normal are perpendicular to each other. So first let us find out dy by dx. dy by dx will give us the slope of the tangent. Okay, so dy by dx at the given point. Let us find out this. Okay, then find out madadre, then the slope of the normal will be minus 1 divided by this slope of the tangent, and the dy by dx at minus 1 comma 0. This will be our slope of the normal. So for that, let us find out the slope of the tangent. So we know what is y. Let us differentiate this with respect to x. So the differentiation of this will be 2x plus 2 by x cube. Correct? Derivative correct, Enrico?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let us find out this dy by dx at minus 1 comma 0. And x, x we have to substitute minus 1. If there are any y's here, we are supposed to substitute y is equal to 0. So dy by dx at minus 1 comma 0 will be 2 into minus 1 plus 2 by minus 1 whole cube. that is -2, -2, which is equal to -4. This is our slope of the tangent. So slope of the normal ಏನು ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ -1 by slope of the tangent, that is -1 by -4, which is 1 by 4. So this is the slope of normal. So 1 by 4 ಯಾವ option ನಮ್ಗೆ? It is option C. Okay, next question. Next question is also based on slope of the tangent itself. You have to find out the slope of the tangent. The slope of the tangent to the curve x equals t square plus 3t minus 8 and y equals 2t square minus 2t minus 5. 2t square minus 2t minus 5 at 2 comma minus 1 is. You have to find out the slope of the tangent. Option A is 22 by 7. Option B is 6 by 7. Option C is 7 by 6. And option D is -6 by 7. These are the options given. So here, look at this. X is a function of t and y is also a function of t. But what we need is dy by dx. You know how to find out dy by dx. And you have to find out the slope of the tangent at this point at x is equal to 2, y is equal to -1. X and y values ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಆ particular point ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have to find out the value of dy by dx. Okay, first let us find out dy by dx here. Okay, so let us differentiate this with respect to t. dx by dt find out ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we get 2t plus 3. Alva? So what is dy by dt then? dy by dt will be 4t minus
2.
Yes. So what about dy by dx now? dy by dx will be this 4t minus 2 divided by 2t plus 3. This is our dy by dx. But we are supposed to find out dy by dx at 2 comma minus 1. ನಮ್ಗಿಲ್ಲಿ x ಇಲ್ಲ y ಇಲ್ಲ. Now 2 comma minus 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ dy by dx na find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. How can we do that is we have to find out the value of t at x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ x is equal to 2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ y is equal to -1 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ t value ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ find out ಮಾಡಿ. If we substitute that t value here, we will find out the slope of the tangent. Okay. So when x is equal to 2, t ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. When x is equal to 2, equation will become 2 is equal to t square plus 3t minus 8. Alva? Or this t square plus 3t is equal to 10 or t square is equal to 10 minus 3t. ಯಾಕೆ t square find out ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we can substitute the value of t square here and can find out the value of t simultaneously when y is equal to -1. X is equal to 2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ t square is equal to 10 minus 3t ಬರೋದು. So 10 minus 3t ಇದೆ x is equal to 2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ t square ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ substitute ಮಾಡಿ y is equal to -1 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ the value of t when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -1 will be obtained. Now Let us consider when y is equal to -1. When y is equal to -1, we will have 2t square minus 2t minus 5 is equal to -1. But we have t square is equal to 10 minus 3t. Let us substitute it. This is 2 into 10 minus 3t minus 2t minus 5 is equal to -1. Okay. So simplify madana idna. Yenagate, this will be 20 minus 6t minus 2t minus 5 is equal to -1. Let us take all the constants to one side and simplify. This will be minus 8t equals -1 minus 20 plus 5, right? Or we get 8t equals 16 or t is equal to 2. Andre namge x is equal to 2, y is equal to -1 iddaga t na value enagirutte 2 agirutte. Now let us find out dy by dt at t is equal to 2. That will be the slope of the tangent. Okay. So ille baritidini dy by dt at t is equal to 2 will be 4 into 2 minus 2 divided by 2 into 2 plus 3. Now let us simplify this. This will be 8 minus 2 divided by 4 plus 3, which is nothing but 6 by 7. So this is the slope of the tangent of the given curves at x is equal to 2, y is equal to -1. Okay. So 6 by 7 is the right answer. Shall we see the next question? Artha agidya?
Yes, ma'am.
See the next question. You have to find out the equation of the normal here. See how many questions on slope of the tangent, slope of the normal, equation of the normal. Okay. So I had told you what will be the equation of the normal alva at x1 comma y1. Okay, we will see it again. So the equation of the normal to the curve. So you have to find out the equation of normal to the curve y into 1 plus x square. Y into 1 plus x square is equal to 2 minus x. This is the equation where the tangent crosses the x-axis. Where tangent crosses the x-axis. Okay. You have to find out the equation of the normal to the curve where tangent crosses x-axis. The equations given are option A is 5x minus y minus 10 is equal to 0. Option B is x minus 5y minus 10 is equal to 0. Option C is 5x plus y plus 10 is equal to 0. Option D is x plus 5y plus 10 is equal to 0. Okay. So, namge illi kottidare tangent crosses the x axis anta kottidare. So, a point alli enagirutte value of the coordinates of that point will be
x comma 0.
Very good. X comma 0 agirutte a particular point alli. So for example, if this is the curve, at this point the tangent is there. Tangent crosses the x-axis. At this, we have to find out the equation of the normal. Okay. Now, let us make use of the conditions given in order to find out the equation of the normal. Okay. This is the equation of the given curve. So, you'll notice at the particular point, even the curve is crossing the x-axis alva. So, here the curve crosses the x-axis at point y is equal to 0. It is given that the curve crosses x-axis at point y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 substitute madidre, we will get the value of x. Namge x yav point namge gottagatte. So when we substitute y is equal to 0 in the given equation, we will have 2 minus x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 2. So the tangent passes through the x-axis at 2, 0. So idu point namge. So now e point alli normal equation enagirutte anta find out madbeku. This will be the point of contact. Okay. Now let us find out the slope of the tangent. Yake slope of the tangent beku namge illi andre, if we find out the slope of the tangent here, then we know how to find out the slope of the normal. Alva, namge if m2 is the slope of the normal, minus 1 by m1 will give you the slope of the normal, where m1 is the slope of the tangent. Namge illi tangent ಯಾವ particular point ಅಲ್ಲಿ pass ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. Tangent ಹೇಗೆ find out ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತು? Slope of the tangent. What is it? dy by dx ಅಲ್ವಾ? dy by dx itself is the slope of the tangent. ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ನಮಗೆ point of contact ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ a point of contact ಗೆ ನಾವು substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ values, we will get the slope of the tangent at that point, using which you can get the slope of the normal. ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you can easily find out the equation of that straight line. Okay, so let us find out the slope of the tangent first. Okay, let us differentiate it with respect to x. Differentiate equation with respect to x. So here it will give y into 2x plus 1 plus x square into dy by dx. So RHS will be minus 1. Okay, let us see what is dy by dx then. Dy by dx will be equal to minus 1 minus 2xy divided by 1 plus x square. So this is our dy by dx, that is slope of the tangent. Let us find out the slope of the tangent at 2, 0. That is dy by dx at this 2, 0. Okay. So substitute x is equal to 2, y is equal to 0 here. So the slope will be equal to minus 1 minus 0 divided by 1 plus minus 1 whole square, or this will, sorry, 1 plus 2 square. So this is minus 1 by 5. So this is the slope of the tangent. Okay, now let us find out the slope of the normal. Slope of the normal will be minus 1 by this minus 1 by 5. Okay, so which is nothing but plus 5. Howda? 5 tane. Let us call this m2. Okay. Now the equation of the normal at 2, 0 and with slope m2, which is equal to 5, will be given by y minus y1 is equal to m2 into x minus x1. So y1 ಏನಿದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಇದೆ, m2 is 5, x minus x2 x1 ನಮ್ಗೆ 2 ಇದೆ. Let us solve this. This is y is equal to 5x minus 10 or 5x minus y minus 10 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the normal. So which option was this equation? ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಇದು? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, ma'am. Option A.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇದು?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you have to find out the next question. Find the maximum value of 1 by x to the power of x. So you have to find out the maximum value of this. Options are A is e, B is e to the power of e, C is e to the power of 1 by e, option D is 1 by e to the power of e. Okay, so this question was from both your 2016 paper and 2018 paper. It was repeated in both the papers. Okay, so you have to find out the maximum value of this function. Let y be equal to 1 by x to the power of x. Okay, now let us make use of logarithmic differentiation for this. Let us take log on both sides. So what happens here? LHS will be log y, which is equal to x into log of 1 by x, or this can be written as x log x to the power of minus 1 anta barkoboda 1 by x na.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so x to the power of minus 1 irodinda I can write this equation as minus x log x. Hege? We have a property of logarithm, right? Log of m to the power of n is? What is log of m to the power of n?
N into log m.
N log m. Good. N log m. So now we a property na use ಮಾಡಿ we are writing this as minus x log x. Okay. Let us differentiate this now on both the sides. Enide namge log y is equal to minus x log x there. Let us differentiate this with respect to x. So differentiation of log y will be 1 by y into dy by dx. So this is also product of two functions. Let us make use of product rule. I'll keep minus x as it is. Differentiation of log x is 1 by x, plus keeping this log x as it is, differentiation of minus x is minus 1. That is minus 1 minus log x, right? So x and x cancels to give us minus 1. So minus 1 into log x will be minus log x. This is our 1 by y into dy by dx. Okay. So we want dy by dx. So from this we will have dy by dx as, this implies dy by dx is equal to minus y into 1 plus log x. Minus common tekondo 1 plus log x anta barkondidivi. Illi denominator alli en y ide, that will become the numerator in RHS. Okay. Now let us equate this dy by dx to 0 because namge en beku critical point beku, stationary points beku. Stationary points ke nav en madbeku dy by dx na 0 ge equate madbeku. dy by dx is equal to 0 for stationary points. So dy by dx namge en sikkiradu minus y into 1 plus log x, which is equal to 0, or 1 plus log x is equal to 0, or log x is equal to minus 1, or x will be equal to e to the power of minus 1. Log remove madidre x will be equal to e to the power of minus 1 or 1 by e. This is the stationary point. Okay. Now we have to find out d square y by dx square. Find out madi. Adu greater than 0 na less than 0 na find out madi. We have to find out the maxima or minima. Okay. Now again differentiate dy by dx with respect to x. That is, we have to find out d square y by dx square. Okay. Namge enide dy by dx. So it was minus y into
Minus
1
y into plus log x.
Okay. So differentiate that one. Or let us simply write it as 1 by y into dy by dx. 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to minus of 1 plus log x. So LHS will become 1 by y into d square y by dx square plus dy by dx into minus 1 by y square, which is equal to minus 1 by x. So look at this. At the stationary point, we have dy by dx is equal to 0. Therefore, this term vanishes to 0. Okay, so this will be 1 by y into d square y by dx square is equal to minus 1 by x square, or d square y by dx square is equal to minus y by x. And at x is equal to 1 by e, when x is equal to 1 by e, d square y by dx square at x is equal to 1 by e. Now 1 by e substitute madidre, this will be minus ye. So is this negative value or positive value? Negative or positive? This is less than 0. It is a negative value, right? So at x is equal to 1 by e, f of x is maximum. Ekandre second derivative less than 0 ide. F of x enagutte a stationary point alli maximum agutte. F of x is maximum at x is equal to 1 by e. Okay. Now let us find out y max. Y max is, we had the function as 1 by x to the power x alva. So that is 1 by e to the power 1 by e, which is equal to e to the power of 1 by e. This is our y max. So what is the option? E to the power of 1 by e. Option, option C is the right answer. Okay. Let us see the next question. So question number 41. Here it is given that the rate of change of area of a circle, the rate of change of area of a circle with respect to the radius, at r is equal to 2 centimeters is, you have to find out dA by dr at r is equal to 2 centimeters. That is, the options given are A is 4, option B is 2 pi, option C is 2, option D is 4 pi. Namge avari nenu puttilla, rate of change of area with respect to radius when r is equal to 2 is to be found out. Okay, so you have to find out the area of a circle. Circle alva, what is the area of a circle?
Pi r square.
Pi r square. Namge en beku dA by dr beku. Let us substitute pi r square in the place of A. That is d by dr of pi r square. So pi is a constant. Take it outside. We want d by dr of r square. That is what we get is 2 pi r. We have to find out dA by dr at r is equal to 2. So let us substitute r is equal to 2 for dA by dr. That is 2 into pi into 2. That is equal to 4 pi. So this is dA by dr at r is equal to 2. So the answer is option B. Simple and straightforward. Okay, shall we see the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 43. The rate of change of volume of a sphere, you have to find out the rate of change of volume of a sphere with respect to its surface area. With respect to its surface area. When the radius is 4 centimeters. And find out madbek nivu dV by dA find out madbeku. This you have to find out when r is equal to 2. Sorry, r is equal to 4. Okay. So volume ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, surface area ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ you can find out dV by dA and substitute r is equal to 4. So just now we saw that volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube alva. What is the surface area of a sphere? Anybody know?
4 pi r square.
4 pi r square. Surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. So we have V is equal to 4 pi r cube and A is equal to 4 pi r square. And both area and volume are the functions of radius. Okay. Okay. Okay, the surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square and both are the functions of radius. So what we can find out is dV by dr first. That is 4 by 3 pi 2 into r square, right? That is sorry, this is 3r square. So 3 and 3 cancels out to give us 4 pi r square, right? So this is our dV by dr. Now let us find out what is dA by dr. dA by dr
Answer is 2.
Answer is 2.
Hmm.
Centimeter cube per centimeter square. I did not write the options itself. Okay, we'll see it. Okay, so dA by dr will be 4 pi into 2r, that is 8 pi r. We need dV by dA. So dV by dA will be 4 pi r square divided by 8 pi r, which is equal to pi and pi cancels, 4 ones are 4 twos are. What is left out is r by 2, but we need dV by dA at r is equal to 4. Put r is equal to 4 in this. This is 4 by 2, which is 2. Since in the numerator we have volume, this will be centimeter cube. In the denominator we have area, which is centimeter square. This will be the unit. Okay, 2 centimeter cube per centimeter square will be the rate of change of volume with respect to surface area. So the options were, sorry, I'm writing it now. Option A is 2 centimeter cube per centimeter square. Option B was 4 centimeter cube per centimeter square. Option C is 8 with the same unit, and option D is 6 with the same unit. So the right answer will be option A. Okay. Look at the next question. Question number 45. Sorry, question number 44. Look at the question number 45. F of x is equal to x to the power of x has a stationary point at. Okay, you have to find out the stationary point. Option R, x is equal to E. Option B is x is equal to 1 by E. Option C is x is equal to 1. Option D is x is equal to root E. You know how to find out the stationary point, right? You will just differentiate it and you will equate it to 0. Okay, so here f of x is given as x to the power of x. Okay, let us. How can we do this? ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಇದೇ ತರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ?
Taking log.
By taking log on both the sides. So let us take log on both sides. This will be log f of x is equal to x log x. So let us differentiate this with respect to x. So this will be 1 by f of x into f dash of x, which is equal to x into 1 by x plus log x, or this is 1 plus log x, or f dash of x is equal to f of x into 1 plus log x. This is our f dash of x. So for stationary points, we must put f dash of x is equal to 0. So f dash of x here is f of x into 1 plus log x. That is f of x into 1 plus log x is equal to 0. That is 1 plus log x is equal to 0, or log x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to e to the power of minus 1, or x is equal to 1 by e. The same thing as we did in the previous problem. Okay, x is equal to 1 by e is the stationary point. They have not asked to find you maxima or minima. They have asked you only to find out the stationary point. Okay. So the answer will be option B. Okay. So your biology ma'am will be little late. I will continue till her come. So look at the next question. So question number 47. The interval in which the function f of x equals x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 10 is increasing in. You have to find out the interval in which this function is increasing. The options are minus infinity, comma 1, union 3, comma infinity. Option B is closed interval 1, comma 3. Option C is minus infinity, comma 1, where 1 is closed, union 3, comma infinity, which is a half open interval. Option D, minus infinity, comma 1, sorry, minus 1, union 3, comma infinity. These are the options given, and you have to find out the interval in which this function is increasing. Okay. So while we were discussing the application of derivatives, I had told you that to find out the interval in which the function is increasing, then your f dash of x must be ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು 0 ಗಿಂತ greater ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. So f dash of x is greater than 0, then the function will be increasing. So for that, let us find out f dash of x. So f dash of x is 3x square minus 12x plus 9. This is our f dash of x. So this has to be greater than 0 in order to find out the interval in which the function is increasing. That is 3x square minus 12x plus 9. This should be greater than 0. Okay. So this is a quadratic equation. Let us simplify this. This will be, the factors of this will be 3x minus 9 into x minus 1. Okay, factorize madadre, we will get 3x minus 9 into x minus 1, and this must be greater than 0. Okay. So here, if we equate it to 0, the roots will be x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1 alva. So 3x minus 9, if it is equated to 0, we will get x is equal to 3, and x minus 1, when we equate, we will get x is equal to 1, and the product of them must be equal to 0. See here, how we are going to find out the interval is, these two will be the points of the interval for sure. So if we give the value in between 3 and 1, the value of this product will be negative. So you have to choose the interval such that the product of this will be positive. Suppose 2 lies between 3 and 1. Okay, I'll put x is equal to 2 here. What happens? This will become 6 minus 9 into 2 minus 1. So 6 minus 1 is minus 3. Sorry, 6 minus 9 is minus 3. And this will be equal to 1. So the product of this is minus 3, which is less than 0. So what are all the points that are between 3 and 1? 1 and 3 will not satisfy this condition. So we have to leave the interval that is between 1 and 3, and all the other points on the real line will be the interval where this function is increasing. So the interval will be minus infinity comma 1 union 3 comma infinity. This will be the interval in which this function will be increasing. Okay, so this is your option C. So option C will be the right answer, and the remaining questions we will see it in the next class. Okay, thank you all of you.